Brooklyn Independent Television.
A new political movement is taking shape in America, and this tax season, the Tea Party is causing quite a tempest. Recently, I sat down with the group's New York co-founder.
He's a radio host, political and pop culture commentator, Black Republican, yes, they exist, and co-founder of Tea Party 365, Inc., a nonpartisan, nonprofit advocacy group for fiscal responsibility. And he's in Brooklyn to recruit you. David Webb, thanks for sitting down with us.
Thanks for having me.
So, break down the Tea Party to us, and why should Brooklynites care?
Well, they should care because everything that's going on fiscally, whether it's the state that is now saying it can't return your tax dollars that you've paid, you've basically given the state an interest-free loan and you're not getting your money back, or at the federal level affects you on a daily basis, whether it's health care, whether it's capital gains taxes for the businesses, of which there are many when you walk to the studio. Small businesses all around. They're paying for it, but they're not getting the benefits of it.
So Brooklyn, like you said, is home to a lot of mom and pop businesses. What is attractive about our borough that you think that Tea Party should be here?
Well, it represents a good cross-section of Americans and a good cross-section of professions. Blue-collar, white-collar, medical care professionals, shop owners, office workers. And it's important that this is not a partisan issue. It's not an ethnic issue. It is an American issue because, as I like to say, money's green, and everybody gets the same tax bill asking for your green.
Well, not everybody gets the same tax bill as part of the problem, and I guess that's where your advocacy piece comes in.
Yeah, and you're right. There are different tax structures and tax benefits and credits and breaks. Some of them are good. Some of them need some serious change. Well, look what's happening in New York. I'll keep it local. In New York right now, it's one of the 6 states in the nation that says we may give you an IOU. Well, that didn't happen because things were going great and they were being done well in Albany. It went because you sent your money up there, you paid your taxes, did your forms every year, they spent it, they had onerous taxation, which caused 1 million people to leave New York State in the last 8 years because of the millionaire's tax. That's worth billions in revenue.
We're facing a budget deficit, so he's holding on to that money for a little bit longer to cover bills this month, which a lot of Brooklynites know about, juggling your bills and shorting this one to pay this one. So what is sort of a solution that the Tea Party would offer to this budget mess that we're in the state?
You can't put this all on Governor Patterson. It goes back over years of mismanagement in Albany and even in the city level in some cases. What needs to happen now is people need to elect good politicians who will represent them and put good policies that serve the borough, that serve the 5 boroughs and the state. And that's not an overnight fix. What we have to do and what the Tea Party's about, what my organization, Tea Party 365, stresses is become informed, be aware, educate yourself. You're the person that needs to be in charge. I don't have any altruistic visions or maybe pie in the sky visions that we're going to change this overnight. But if I keep you informed and if you take that on and spread it, then you become the empowered person and the populace. That's what's going to work, and it's not going to happen overnight, unfortunately.
So one thing that has happened overnight is sort of the popularity of the party. You made a big splash with Sarah Palin, whether she wrote on her hand or not. She was there at the big conference and got the nation talking about the Tea Party. What are you doing to get Brooklyn talking about the Tea Party?
We have many members in Brooklyn, and we have people who are, if you're going to do grassroots, then frankly take it out of the Sarah Palins or the other Tea Party leaders that have, I wonder if I want to call them leaders, the figureheads.
Right.
Because it's really a grassroots organization. We have people who will have 5 or 10 people over to their homes. They'll talk about it. They'll expand it. It's that viral grassroots growth. But it has to be done from an honest perspective. If there's something wrong in either party, point it out. If there's something right, point it out. If there's a policy that's good for an area, work with it. So you really, honesty and honest brokers are needed. Look, whether Sarah Palin wrote on her hand or not, I don't care. Right. I really don't. I've probably written on my hand at some point. But what happens out of that is we get lost in the hyperbole, and we get lost in the big headlines, and we forget what it's all about. And unfortunately, honestly, there are people who want to co-opt the Tea Party in the Republican Party. They wanted to gather members, get our votes, get our candidates elected. Well, that's fundamentally dishonest in its own approach, because all you're trying to do is get another voting bloc that you can control.
So the Tea Parties aren't just like another arm of the Republicans?
I know for a fact I'm not. I know for a fact many others aren't. And, you know, the model that we've done, there are a lot of people who put funding behind some of these groups. The largest donation we ever got as an organization, most of them are 10s and 20s and some 50s, is one $500 donation from a very concerned physician. And I was shocked when this physician, who was at a major hospital in New York, said, I'm very concerned. He's a very high-ranking physician in the hospital, and I want to donate so you guys can simply keep informing me.
Well, Mr. Webb, thanks for coming in. Tea Party 365.
Thank you.
Brooklyn Independent Television on the BCAT TV network.